How to catch the 3200 rating player in chess.com. You want to know the secrets? Be with me. Let's analyze my game recently played with 3200 rating player and how I beat him in a Blitz game. Let's go to check it out together. I was playing black in this game. My opponent started by knight f3. After c5, the usual one of the usual reactions for knight f3 move. So anyway, I'm ready to enter the Sicilian defense. If white plays e4, I'm ready to start with this opening also. After b3, my opponent chose a different system. He wants to play bishop b2 and just following a very good plan actually for a Blitz games. I played knight c6, bishop b2, d5, e3. Usually this kind of positions, white wants to play bishop b5 and make a pin on knight on c6. Little painful for black. Black has to know a lot of things here, because if white gets a chance to play knight e5 and take on c6, he will get sour pawns doubled and it will be very difficult to handle the position, even importantly in the Blitz games. So what happened, I chose a very calm system actually. I played a6. Maybe it will count as a waste of time, but actually it's a useful move, stopping the bishop b5 plan. So now white has to think about a different places for his bishop to develop, maybe e2, but actually it's not a good one. It's a little passive square for the bishop. After c4, my opponent give me a good chance to push my pawn forward. Now we are entering into a reti kind of pawn structure. Maybe we can call it like a reverse Benoni also. It's a nice opening. Lot of interesting ideas are there. After take g3, white decided to bring his bishop, develop his bishop from g2, and following the usual completing the development in the position. I played e5. After d3, bishop b4 check came to my mind. Usually in this kind of pawn structure, black has to go for e4 pawn break. So anyway, we are going to bring our pieces to the game. We have to make sure that our pieces are going to control our middle game plan. So what is important for us? For example, we can bring our bishop to f5, we can push our pawn to f5, but we have to be also careful, because having a more space, having a good position doesn't mean that you can go forward easily. So white can attack our center also easily. He has a lot of options. Can be started by a3, b4. He can castle and then put the rook on e1 to attack our e5 pawn. What happened? I do this check because I saw that it's coming so annoying for white, because he has only one defense to make. Like then I saw a lot of moves here, so I thought that maybe this can be a good option for me. After knight d2, bishop f5, I wanted to make him difficult the position. Now not allowing him to play bishop g2 because d3 pawn is hanging. He played knight h4, bishop e6. Bishop g2, knight e7. Why I played knight e7? Later on, maybe I can go for f5 blank, castle. And one of the other ideas is, if he attacks my pawn, I can defend my center with f6. After a3, bishop d6, knight e4. I'm going to lose my bishop here. Now you can see that white is coming fast now. He is preparing knight g5, he's taking on this, he's playing b4. Actually, white's pawn majority is on the queen side, and if he manages to push his pawns forward, I will be in a big danger. So I played a5, at least to stop this b4 plan coming maybe for a while. Okay, preparing this plan will be difficult actually for white. Maybe he has to bring his bishop back here and rook to b1, but it's difficult generally. As a plan, it will take a lot of time, and getting this setup is very difficult actually in a more importantly in a Blitz game. But maybe somehow he can play the b4 move tactically. Let's see what happened in the game. He played knight g5, as I told you. He played knight g5, trying to make some things complications here, attacking my bishop. Somehow bishop e4 is coming, somehow queen h5 is coming. I played bishop d7 because my bishop is very stronger than this knight. Now I'm ready for moves like f6 or h6. He played f4. I actually didn't like this move. Maybe he could have came back with this move, or he can play something like actually, talking is difficult. Maybe it's a difficult. Maybe I will play rook c1 with the idea c5, then planning for b4 ideas. He played f4, and after f4 move, I took on f4. Now this pawn becoming weak, more weak here. Look at to the times also. I have only 10 seconds lower than my opponent time, so I have to watch out also not to be big time differences. I played knight f5. I want to make the simplifications here, so he has a very weak pawn. Actually, I was planning for something else, and my opponent missed this idea. He played bishop e4, putting more like force to this diagonal. So it's a free knight here. Imagine if I'm going to take this knight, he is planning to take on h7 after king h8. Now he's going to play queen h5. What a brilliant idea. So now I'm in a totally losing position. What can I do? Maybe I can sacrifice my bishop on g4. So it's just wasting for delaying the checkmate for one move. But after that, what I can do? Bishop g6 check is coming, and I don't know how I'm going to survive here. Knight f7, everything is like coming for me. And it's a very bad position actually for black to handle. So I saw this threat is coming. I found a brilliant idea here for black. And with this tactic, I totally saved my position and I came back to the game. So I played bishop takes f4 move. Actually, this move is very important because with this move, I'm just attacking this knight also. Now all the white pieces are under attack. As you can see, the same f4 move white played turned to be a big weakness for him and now causing him the whole game. He played queen h5 anyway, but choosing a like move for white is difficult here. For example, if he wants to take on h7 with knight h7, I can just ignore this threat and I just can take this h4 knight and I'm just attacking h2 pawn. Very difficult position for white. So he chose the queen h5 move. Now I take on g5, queen g5, bishop g5, knight f5. Now we're reaching to a position I'm completely pawn up, but at least conversion part is there. So I have to watch out here. Slowly, I have to improve my position. Look at to the position, which part of the board we have to improve our pieces. And you can use the tactics also. I'm just trying to make my position good with using a tactics also. I played g6, making a trap for him. If we take, I have a bishop e3 check. He just played knight d6. I know this pawn is very important for me, but actually my kingside pawns are very important, very powerful. Actually, I played f5, he do check and then took on b7. I played bishop e3 check and I played knight e5. Following the same direction, I'm going to take on d3 and ignoring all white threats. White played knight c5. Now my bishop and rook is hanging. For this, I have to make a move. Unfortunately, I have to defend my bishop, but okay, I was okay with this position. Maybe I didn't continue the position very well. If it takes, I can take with the rook. Now maybe he can defend the position like this. But I was pretty sure maybe with something like rook b8, I can get a good chance to attacking the b3 pawn. I was not sure that how he is going to defend the b3 pawn. Okay, I have to admit that some tactics are in this diagonal is there, but if you play rook e1, I can play f4, immediately defend my position. Like this is giving me a good chance actually, so I can push my pawns freely forward. Like this is totally my whole idea. He played b4, what I told you in the beginning of the game, now it's happening to me. He played b4 with the idea of if I take, he will open up the a file and his rook will becomes more active. But why I have to take this pawn? I don't need to touch this pawn. I played f4. It's a very important move. After take on a5, I know that this pawn is becoming very dangerous now. I played bishop h3, and now I'm pushing my own pawn. He came back with the bishop. I took on g2, and then f3 check, king h1. Now, okay, this knight on e6, I have to watch out, guys. Very important check. I played rook e8. He pushed the pawn on a6. He's trying to make a chance, a good chance in the position. I push my pawn g5. Rook b1, g4, bishop a1. Now h5, check, king g6, rook b6, check, king f5. So my plan is so easy. Just h4, g3, g2, and all over. He played knight e4. Actually, I think it's a force because if I play h4, g3, it will be over. I took on d3. He do check, king here, check, rook e5. Good decision for me to simplifying the position. He do a7. Now I played h4. Again, he's trying to make the position complicated. Maybe I can play some other moves, like I can play some rook a8 and take the a7 pawn. This can become easy, but generally, I'm telling you one secret during a Blitz games, just try to continue your own plan. How much it's going to cost you, because I know it very well, but as you just going to generate, you are going to make your plan happening in the board. It's coming very, very difficult, painful for the opponent. As you can see, this simple h4 g3 idea, white is in nowhere to stop this plan. After h4, knight e4, king f4, rook b8. Now still he wants to make a queen. I'm really not pretty sure about the moves I played is completely correct or not. I played g3 here. My idea is completely simple. What I calculated if we take knight g3, I can take with the king. Then if it take my rook, or if he makes a queen, I can play rook h5, checkmate. So when I was seeing my pieces here, I was completely sure I'm getting a lot of things. He took the g3 with the knight, then took rook f3 because he's making a queen with check. It was okay again for me. I took with the king and then I played rook e4. What is my plan now? My rook is hanging, but he cannot touch my rook because of this check is happening. I don't know, maybe actually I'm not sure about this position. Maybe white has a good chances like queen takes c4, king takes c4, and then rook takes b8. Maybe this is going to save the white here in this position, because I don't see anything here. Maybe I can do check, but after king g2 I have nothing. But the good news for me is just look at to the time differences here. So when the opponent is running out of time in a Blitz game without the increment, you can use a lot of tricks, like as I used in the position. He took on g3, making a decision is becoming very difficult. I took on b8, rook queen b8, rook e5. After queen f8 check, king takes g3, king f3 check, and then knight f4. Still this check is happening, and very difficult actually. I played king f2, now rook h5 check is there. He has to do check from here, knight e2, queen b5. I think this was the only move to stopping the rook h5 plan, but simply I took and played d3, b6, d2, and then d1 queen, and now queen g1, and it's a checkmate. So in a big time pressure, I managed to survive and finding the good tricks, traps, and catching my opponent. Actually, my opponent is a high rated player, 3200. I was successful to beat him, but because in a Blitz game, it's very important to talk about all the phases of the game. So I was very happy to stopping my opponent out of the opening and catching him with a good tactic and converting in a like good style. I hope you enjoyed by watching this video. Follow us and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.